It's the final week of practice for the Bearcats, and for the mid-year enrollees, their first spring with the team is coming to a close. I'm Kelsey Sharkey, bringing you our final practice report of spring ball. For those 4 newcomers, they found that an extra 6 weeks on the field has helped them get into the mix early.
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, coming into spring ball, obviously you got a great opportunity to get in there, get your feet wet. You'll be so far ahead of the curve with a lot of those other young guys, and they'll be leaders for us. When those guys come in here that obviously know their way around campus, but also know what an expectation level is from being here. But it's going to give them a complete head start. And they're guys that we truly believe can help us and help us this coming year. So we're not going to hold them back, and we've kind of shown that in the way we pushed them forward here through the entire spring ball. Malik's a kid is mature beyond his years, you know, and you had an idea of that going in, but you weren't positive until he got here. He's a guy that's truly going to help us. I mean, we have some depth at the D-line, so I think he's going to give us a lot of flexibility, and you're still trying to tweak around him. He can play defensive end, he can play some 3 technique for us, but his versatility and his intelligence and his maturity are going to give us an opportunity to play a lot for us.
They're bringing me along very well, and thankful to them for that. And Coach Tripp is a great coach, and all his technique-oriented coaching is really helping me and taking my game to the next level. Like Coach Fickle said, he tried to extend our practices a little bit to get us out of the mini room, because there's nothing like game time reps, and there's nothing like getting reps in general, period, for trying to get you to be a better football player like he's been preaching. You have to come out here, compete, and play against the guys that you're going to be playing with on Saturdays.
So I see that football is much faster here in America, and I need to adjust to it, but I'm doing a good job right now. And I had a lot one-on-ones with Coach Tripp to get adjusted to it, speaking the language, so that helped a lot.
This ability to come in now is really going to help him incredibly, not just in fall camp, but also next spring. Because he's one of those guys we knew was going to take at least a year to learn the game, but his attitude, his work ethic, the things they're going to take to be successful are off the chart. And Charles has been thrown into a unique situation that you go anywhere, even in spring ball, there's usually 5, 6 tailbacks. Every team has them. And we're down to about 2 tailbacks right now this spring. So Charles got 74 reps, I think, in the spring scrimmage on Saturday. He's a guy that we're going to look to increase the depth of that running back position, because he's different than Mike Warren and Jared Dokes and Taylor Booth in some ways. That he's a little bit more of the slasher type of guy that can be a little bit of a hybrid for us.
It's a good experience. I got a lot of reps throughout the spring. I feel like it helped me a lot more than if I would have came in during the summer. You have to work hard all the time. You can't let up. You have to go 100% always.
Well, Ben's a guy it's unique, coming in, having 5 guys in the spring that are at quarterback position. He was one of those ones we had to sit that group down and say, look, we want to get a lot of these young guys, especially the quarterbacks, a lot of reps. But after about the first 2 or 3 practices, I tell you, Ben has continued to excel. He has great confidence in what he's doing. He's got a live arm. And he's got the qualities it takes to be a special quarterback.
It's been great. I mean, it was a lot at first for sure, but I think as it's gone on, I've improved a lot and learned a lot from Coach Kaduli and the other quarterbacks, and I'm really happy I came in early.
So our big focus is, the focus, energy, attention to detail, the things that we're going to do, we're going to take next week and still continue to be with our guys so that we can not only finish this spring, finish this semester academically, tie up some loose ends, and make sure we use all the opportunities we can to get better as a football player.
Tomorrow we'll go behind the scenes for a practice with the head man himself, as Coach Fickle was mic'd up for this week's edition of Wired Wednesday. For those of you interested in attending a practice, the final one of the spring will be open to the public on Saturday as we close out at Nippert Stadium. For more information on that and everything else Cincinnati football, you can find us online at GoBearcats.com and follow us on Twitter at GoBearcatsFB.